Hello, hello. It's Devorah with Soul Life with Devorah. Hello, everyone. So nice to see you today. How are you? Today we're going to be talking about manifesting, getting in touch with what you want in your life and how to bring that in. And this is particularly focused on love and relationship, because I know so many folks are looking for love and relationship, but this is for potentially anything that you are looking for. And we're going to talk about a powerful process to manifest and bring in, to call forth what it is that you're wanting in your life. Not just to think it, but to actually do something to bring into your life what you are wanting. And for me, this time of year is the Jewish high holidays. Rosh Hashanah was this week, and that is the Jewish New Year. And next week is Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement. And for me, this time is really about reflection. The Hebrew word is teshuvah, which is turning around. And I remember a rabbi saying decades ago to me something that I have never forgotten, which is it's a time that you take your soul out of your body and turn it around and look at yourself. So it is this sort of inspirational, inward, reflecting time of year for me. And for those of you who are just hitting fall, or if you have kids and they're back to school, it can certainly be a time to kind of recommit to what it is that you're wanting. You know, sort of the glories of summer perhaps have passed, and you're ready to kind of chill out and calm down and look inward a little bit. So what it is that you're wanting is the first thing to do. Sometimes we sort of say, oh yes, I'd like this, I'd really like a relationship, or I'd like to be dating, or I'd like to strengthen my relationship, or I'd like to get healthier or promote my business. But what is it actually that you want? The universe hears specifics. You need to know what it is you're wanting, what it is you're wanting to manifest, and being very general, like, I'd like to not be alone, the universe doesn't really know what you're talking about. And if you say, I'd like to be in a partnership, okay, getting closer. If you say, I'd like to be in a loving partnership with someone with whom I share, that's a little bit closer. What's really, really important is to be able to live as if. And what I mean by this is to be able to bring yourself there. If you can't see the other person's face because you don't know them yet, that's fine. But bring yourself there sort of emotionally and in your body to what you imagine that experience will feel like, so that you can actually manifest it in the imagination and then bring your energy and body and emotions to that imagination. And it could be that you imagine places where you are, or sensations that you feel, or emotions, or what you might write about, what your life might feel like, how you'd like your life to be different, and how you'd like to feel differently within that experience. And then you want to take some steps to what to do. So I want to share with you a ritual that I do right at this time of year, every year. So I'm sort of getting the wheels going in my own head about this for myself. Is write yourself a letter. This is an amazing annual tradition. I have been doing it for 21 years. And what I do, just as a suggestion, is to write a letter to myself reflecting upon what is happening in my life right now, what is it that I'm wanting, perhaps some steps about how I intend to be there, but it's really getting incredibly clear and making a commitment by actually taking the time to write it down. Then the best part of this is I put it in an envelope and I say, to be opened 1 year from today. So that's my first letter. For me, I do something even more advanced and more powerful, which is I write a second letter also about what's going on in my life and what I'm wanting to manifest. But this time, this letter is for 5 years. And I say, to be opened, and I put the date 5 years from now. And then these envelopes get sealed. Done. I have sort of put it out there, put it in there, and taken it into myself as a real commitment. So it's not just loose. I've had to get very clear and specific, right, in order to write it down. And it's not just amorphous. I have actually taken the time to let myself think it and feel it, and really made a connection with my heart and my body by writing it down. And there is something to be said for manifestation and for even psychological growth in writing down. You've heard about therapeutic journaling. This is a real thing. It's not just something that, oh, it'll be nice to write it down. It really does help it get clear and helps you take action. And though usually within a couple of weeks or even a couple of months of writing my letter, I don't really remember exactly what I said, but I do have the essence of what I'm wanting, and I hold it clearly in an affirmation and in a vision throughout the year, or throughout the 5 years. So what I want to, hi Sharon, talking about manifesting this year and for the next 5 years. So I want to share an example. I just did a little reviewing of my past letters, and in 2013, I wrote when I was single, I have had a horrible dating year. I did not have any good connections or relationships. I'm getting sick of this process. I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to focus on just letting myself be and connect with the divine. So that's what I wrote in 2013. In 2014, I wrote, it is time to really claim that what is not working in relationship for me is something in me, and that I truly need to slow down and decide to be single for the rest of my life. This is what I wrote, until or unless I change the pattern. Now I want you to hear this again. This was me at 48 years old, still single, writing that I will be single for the rest of my life until or unless I do it differently. How much of commitment are you willing to make a change? For me, I said, enough. I'm not doing it the old way. The old way is not working. So when you really confront yourself that strongly, you have an opportunity to make change. You know, it was just one of those moments where I just said, this is not going to work. It can't be bad luck for 25 years. I have to own that this is me. You know, I have lots of wonderful qualities, but there are things that I'm doing that are getting in my own way. And I'm actually putting the partner search aside. I'm not open, I'm not looking, I'm not available, I'm not willing until I regroup. And I had never done that in 25 years of dating. I had just said, yeah, I know it's me. There was like one of those introspective light, like L-I-T-E, but not that level of commitment. And because I had written it down, it was so clear. It was so solid. And I was not going to do it the same way again. And wouldn't you know it, by my letter in 2016, I wrote, I met my wonderful partner, Steve, and we're very much in love. He's starting to build a new house, and Josh, my son, and I are hoping to move in there next year, which we did a year and a half ago. So I'm not saying that it's quick and easy, folks. I'm not saying you write it down in the next day, the next week, or even necessarily the next year. You know, for me, it was like a 2-year process. I'm sharing with you that I got clearer and clearer and clearer, and I was really willing to own and do my own personal work to change things, so that I don't just say, oh, I just put it out to the universe and it's going to come to me. No, it doesn't always work that way. But you can certainly start by getting uber clear about what you're wanting, getting very specific, landing in the feeling of what that would be like to live with what is or what will be, and then making that commitment with the suggestion to write the letters to yourself. And the key is to seal them up and do not open them for another year, because you have an opportunity, or another 5 years, you have an opportunity to go back then with really an extended period of time that has passed and say, okay, let's see how I've done. So this is what I suggest to you, is to open up and embrace what you are wanting. Give yourself some acceptance and some time to do that manifesting, to shift things in your work and in your life, and to welcome that in. So I'd love to hear from you. What would you like to have, or release, or to experience, or to have gained, or to have traveled to in 1 year from now? So in September 2019, what would you like if you say, wow, by September 13th, 2019, I would like, fill that in. So, Sharon says she hates writing and journaling, so you can speak it out loud. There is something about claiming. That is a great thing, Sharon. I happen to like writing, but you're right, not everybody likes writing. So it has to be claimed in whatever way you can claim it. And I'm also a big fan of the little voice recorder on my phone. It can also help to say it out loud to somebody. It can help to visualize. It can help to take a picture. I've done a vision board, I have a vision board up in my office, so that I have the images of what I'm wanting. So there are lots and lots of ways to do it. And thank you for reminding me that my way is not the only way. It's the way that I like to do it. But there has to be specifics in claiming that. And then making that commitment that something is going to shift, and doing whatever you need to do to release the blocks that are in the way and to move yourself forward. And, of course, I needed help to do that, and we all need help to do that. And that's what I do in my business, is help spiritual women find love without giving up their authenticity. So if there's a way that I can help you, I am here to do that. So thank you for spending time with me today, and I look forward to hearing, whether you're watching on the replay or you're live here with me, what it is that you are wanting a year from now and 5 years from now. What are you wanting by September 2013? Ooh, Sharon says she's made videos talking to herself, and that works well. Love it. That is fantastic. That's even better than a voice recording because you actually have yourself talking to yourself. And, I'm wondering if that actually has made a difference. It's really important that you don't just keep doing what you've been doing all along that hasn't been working. And, I don't want you to take as long as I did. My search for a partner was over 25 years long, and I am really motivated to helping yours be a lot faster and a lot easier than mine was. And I've got the tools, I've got the approaches, and I'm ready to share them. So blessings to you on Soul Life with Devorah today. I look forward to seeing you here next time. And leave comments, let me know how I can help you as you move forward. And I am excited to hear what you manifest in your life, in your future. Lots of love to you. Bye-bye.